In 1241, one of the most powerful kingdoms in Europe stood on the brink of annihilation, not because it lacked soldiers, not because it lacked warning, but because it was divided. While a storm gathered in the east led by the relentless Mongol commander Batu Khan, Hungary made a fatal mistake. They turned against their own allies. This is the story of betrayal, fear, and political miscalculation. To understand what happened, you need to understand the enemy. The Mongols were not just another invading force, they were a machine. Highly disciplined, lightning fast, unpredictable. Under the command of Batu Khan, the Mongol army swept across Eastern Europe with terrifying efficiency. Cities burned, armies vanished. Entire regions collapsed in weeks, but Hungary wasn't blind to the danger. King Béla IV knew what was coming, and he had a plan. The Cumans were a nomadic people, warriors of the steppe. They had already been driven west by the Mongols. Desperate for refuge, they turned to Hungary. King Béla IV saw opportunity. The Cumans were skilled horse archers, exactly what was needed. So he welcomed them. But there was a problem. Hungary didn't trust them. The Cumans were different language, different customs. To the Hungarian nobility, they weren't allies. They were strangers and worse, potential traitors. Rumors spread quickly. What if they are spies for the Mongols? Fear began to replace strategy. King Béla IV needed unity. Instead, he got resistance. Hungarian nobles were already unhappy with his reforms. The arrival of the Cumans made things worse. The nobles didn't just question the king, they opposed it. The Cumans were settled across Hungarian lands, often displacing locals. This created tension. Fights broke out. Distrust deepened. And then came the turning point. At the center of the Cuman alliance was their leader, Köten. He was the key to maintaining order. But in 1241, everything changed. Amid rising panic over the approaching Mongols, Hungarian nobles made a decision. They killed him. This wasn't just a political move. It was disaster. To the Cumans, it was betrayal. To Hungary, it was self-sabotage. After Köten's assassination, the Cumans didn't stay, they left, and they didn't leave quietly. As they fled Hungary, they looted and destroyed settlements along the way. Entire regions were devastated, but the real damage wasn't what they took with them, it was what they left behind. Hungary lost its most mobile cavalry force. They lost their buffer against Mongol tactics at the worst possible moment. When Batu Khan finally struck, Hungary stood alone. No Cumans, no unified command, no preparation for Mongol warfare. The result? Catastrophe. At the Battle of Mohi, Hungarian forces were crushed. The Mongols used tactics Hungary couldn't counter, feigned retreats, encirclement, and coordinated multi-front attacks. The Hungarian army collapsed. King Béla IV barely escaped with his life. Hungary was devastated. Cities burned, population decimated. But the tragedy wasn't just the invasion. It was what made it so effective. Not just Mongol strength, but Hungarian division. History remembers the Mongols as unstoppable, but in Hungary, victory was made easier by internal betrayal. The Cumans could have been the difference, a reminder that sometimes the greatest threat to a nation comes from within. If you found this story insightful, don't forget to subscribe.